When the very first The Sims game came out, what was revolutionary about it was the dollhouse element it brought to modern video games. This reality allowed players to live through the lives of some weird computer-generated people, managing their day-to-day career, relationships, and needs. Sims interacted with each other and with the environment around them in a quirky yet relatable way, allowing the player to behave like a sort of god, impacting their future while deciding their present. And yes, the arrival of this new sandbox form of entertainment was innovative and groundbreaking enough, even without any expansions to its former concept. Although The Sims 1 didn't have a formal hobby system, it laid the groundwork for what would later evolve into dedicated hobbies. Sims could interact with various objects and build skills and fulfill motives, mirroring real-life recreational activities. Already in the base game, Sims could paint, play music, play chess, swim in pools, and read books. But with the success of the main title, several expansion packs came out, giving players more options and elements to have fun with. From pets to vacations, from clubbing to making magic, each different pack added gameplay elements to the Sims reality, even providing players with more layers to their simulated people's lives. Sims had always had personalities and some hints to their interests, but with the addition of the expansion packs, they even got more things to do. The expansion pack Live in Large introduced new recreational objects like the vibromatic heart bath for fun. House Party emphasized social hobbies with dance floors, DJs, and party-centric interactions. Unleashed added pet care as an activity, with gardening also playing a bigger role in lot customization. Superstar introduced fame-related hobbies like singing, acting, and modeling, blending leisure with career progression. And the final expansion pack, Making Magic, added spell casting and potion making as magical pastimes. Already in the base game, but especially with the expansion packs, The Sims 1 taught players that leisure and self-improvement could intertwine, and the next chapter of the franchise, The Sims 2, recognized which gameplay elements from the first game had the potential to be fan favorites and, as a sequel should, put everything on blast, including our simulated people's free time, personality, and hobbies. The Sims 2 shipped with 18 interests: paranormal, sci-fi, health, politics, culture, environment, food, travel, weather, crime, money, work, entertainment, fashion, sports, animals, school, and toys. When one sim talks to another, the player can see which interest they're talking about by looking in the speech bubble, and each interest is represented by a set of icons. The base game for The Sims 2 brought back those activities we were used to seeing our Sims perform to enjoy their free time or gain extra skill points like painting, swimming, and playing chess. And just like in The Sims 2, The Sims 2 expansion packs also explored new concepts, adding more gameplay opportunities to make Sims' lives larger than ever. The expansion pack Seasons, for example, gave a deeper interpretation to outdoor activities like gardening, while incorporating activities related to the elements like playing in the snow or fishing. The expansion pack Open for Business brought new diversions that could start as a hobby for our Sims to then become a possible source of income like toy making or flower arranging. It also focused on new skills that could be utilized in a business owned by Sims like cosmetology or robotics. And it incentivized the personality growth without forgetting about storytelling by, for example, giving children a new hobby to teach them how to gain a business mindset with the functioning lemonade stand, an object that added a fun thing for children to do while also earning simoleons. But honey, if we're talking hobbies in The Sims 2, we need to talk about the 7th expansion pack called Free Time, released in 2008. Hobbies in this expansion pack are seen as a way to make Sims personalities deeper, giving them more things to do and a different channel to make them happier and more fulfilled with their lives. The expansion brings 10 hobby types available in a dedicated menu in the playable Sims Simology: cuisine, film and literature, games, tinkering, science, arts and crafts, fitness, nature, sports, music and dance. Sims who perform activities relevant to a particular hobby will gain enthusiasm in that hobby and will be able to unlock more and more benefits as they become more enthusiastic in that hobby. Each hobby category is supported by dedicated activities in order to gain more interest in that specific field. But what are the new activities that ship with this expansion pack? Well, Sims can now practice ballet and other dance styles, play soccer, use a sewing machine, make pottery, tinker on old cars to restore them, tinker on most appliances, plumbings and electronics, play violin, birdwatch, go for a hike or go jogging, hunt for bugs and keep an ant farm, teach nursery rhymes to toddlers, play board games, enter contests and win prizes, play basketball, build train sets, discover new comets and planets. Yes, Your Honor, that is how you make a good hobby expansion pack. And of course, with these new hobbies and activities, Sims get new careers: architecture, dance, entertainment, intelligence, and oceanography. And lifetime ones: become city planner, become world-class ballet dancer, become prestigitator, become head of Sims CIA, and become hand of Poseidon. The Sims 2 Free Time is the second to last expansion pack of this chapter of the franchise and will be followed by the last one in the Sims 2 saga, Apartment Life. For the next generation of Sims in The Sims 3, hobbies will become more integrated into everyday gameplay, even influencing personality traits. But before we move on to The Sims 3, I have to say, I still can't decide if the supreme quality of The Sims 2 Free Time when it comes to hobbies actually has any competition in the next versions of the game, because it really opened the door to such a cozy vibe and a different approach to goal-based gameplay that, I don't know, I might sound redundant, but I really think The Sims 2 was so ahead of its time, and I can confirm that playing with free time features today, in 2025, is still a whole lot of fun. Unlike The Sims 2, The Sims 3 didn't have a dedicated hobby system, but it made hobbies feel organic through traits, lifetime wishes, and the open world. Sims could develop passions that felt woven into their personalities and daily lives. Personality traits directly influenced how Sims engaged with activities, making them feel like true pastimes rather than just skill building. For example, Sims who are artistic are more likely to enjoy painting and sculpting. Bookworm Sims love reading and writing novels. Virtuoso Sims have a natural talent for building instruments and composing songs, and so on. Similarly to The Sims 2, The Sims 3 base game also shipped with the classic Sims things to do as possible skills related hobbies like gardening, cooking, painting, playing chess, reading, and writing. But honey, we all know that the big selling point of this new Sims chapter was the implementation of a new open world map that allowed you to move around the neighborhood without having to sit through a loading screen, and this new environment definitely encouraged hobby exploration. Sims could fish at a lake, visit an art gallery, or join a chess match in the park without loading screens. Plus, community lots like gyms, libraries, and salons acted as natural hobby hubs. Also, The Sims 3 gave players a new game feature called Opportunities. Opportunities are side quests with a set of goals Sims can complete for a reward. They're optional and can be cancelled at any time time by the player. Completing an opportunity, however, generally rewards Sims with money, career performance, moodlet, or special objects. These quests are mainly related to career and skills and are therefore connected to hobbies as well. For example, a Sim who enjoys painting might get an opportunity to deliver a high-quality painting to another Sim from the neighborhood, and similar challenges might come up for Sims who enjoy cooking or writing or fishing. Of course, just like its predecessor, The Sims 3 also got its fair share of expansion packs, and although some of the themes and concepts but also execution of the packs were different than the ones in The Sims 2, each pack did add on to the world of activities and hobbies Sims have access to. University life brought in social groups like nerds, rebels, or jocks, with distinct leisure activities and hangouts. World adventures turned travel into a hobby with tomb exploration, photography, and nectar making. Seasons gave us seasonal festivals that introduced new activities like apple bobbing and snowball fights. But I do believe that when talking about hobbies, the expansion packs that did the most to add things to do during our Sims free time are Ambitions and Generations. The Sims 3 Ambitions is the second expansion pack released for the title and is considered to be the spiritual child of The Sims 2 Open for Business and The Sims 2 Free Time, because Ambitions is the pack that brought sculpting, inventing, and tattooing to the game, while also adding new jobs like stylist, architectural designer, and ghost hunter. Plus, with this new pack, Sims can become self-employed by registering at the city hall after gaining 1 skill point in a skill career. The skill careers are fishing, gardening, painting, writing, nectar making, photography, inventing, and sculpting. Similarly to The Sims 2 Open for Business, child Sims can now host bake sales to earn simoleons and develop a business mindset. Maybe even get the new dedicated born salesman personality trait once they grow up. A new lot type, consignment shop, is added to the game, allowing Sims to sell their crafted items. Plus, the new real estate system lets you purchase and upgrade community lots for profit. But okay, if Ambitions is more business-oriented and focused on skills and career paths, the fourth Sims 3 expansion pack, Generations, really gives a different look to Sims life entirely. Mainly dedicated to implementing family connections and legacy, Generation also brings in a bunch of new hobbies and activities for Sims of all ages. Children and teenagers can go on field trips while attending school and also join after-school activities with children attending either ballet or joining the Boy Scouts, and teens being able to sign up for school clubs like the sports team, drama club, debate team, school band, student newspaper, and more. Young adults and older Sims can teach teens how to drive a car, host bachelor and bachelorette parties, make potions, take infants and toddlers out for a stroll, and even make a living by turning their home into a legit daycare for toddlers and children. So, considering all this, I would say that although The Sims 3 doesn't have a fully dedicated hobby pack, it still does an excellent job at adding nuances to Sims' lives, from the base game personality traits and opportunities to the different gameplay features each expansion pack brings to the equation. Plus, the open world map really hits the right spot by adding a realism element of, for example, seeing your Sims drive to the movie theater to watch a movie, or to the spa to get their nails done. Personally, I really enjoy the gameplay you get with Ambitions and with Generations. I mean, I would say Generations might be my favorite Sims 3 expansion pack, and I feel that both these titles really add a lot of new and detailed things for Sims to do, helping you define who they are and what it is they enjoy doing. And I know, after such strong titles like The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, plus the insane work done by their respective expansion packs, the expectations for The Sims 4 were so high. Yet, it only took the base game arrival to understand that the music was going to be playing at a completely different beat. Honestly, with more than 70 DLCs between expansion packs, game packs, stuff packs, and kits, it's very complicated to just lay out a comprehensive assessment of hobbies in The Sims 4. Or wait, maybe it isn't. I mean, the main point is that a lot of what we've mentioned for the previous titles got sliced into so many different packs, it's easy to lose track of what there currently is and what isn't in the game related to hobbies. But we can try to highlight the main points, so bear with me, my friends. First of all, let's remind everybody that when The Sims 4 base game came out, it didn't have an open world, swimming pools, ghosts, cars, or toddlers. So yes, just like the previous titles of the franchise, we did get the usual activities like painting, cooking, playing chess, and riding, but for example, we didn't get swimming in the pool. Or driving cars. We still don't even have cars. Anyway, since the base game release almost 11 years ago, The Sims 4 has been slowly introducing, or better, bringing back activities and hobbies that we had already gotten used to from The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. Similarly to The Sims 2 Open for Business, the expansion pack The Sims 4 Get to Work introduced retail, but it didn't come with cosmetology or toy making, nor did it bring back the lemonade stand for children. Similarly to The Sims 3 Seasons, The Sims 4 Seasons added activities related to the elements and the weather, but we didn't get seasonal festivals with fun things like the hot dog eating competition or apple bobbing. Similarly to The Sims 2 Free Time, The Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies brought back pottery making, but we didn't get ballet, sewing, or soccer. Similarly to The Sims 3 Ambitions, The Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies brought back tattoo making, but we didn't really get a real estate system. If you want a real estate system, you'll need The Sims 4 for rent, and still it will be very different than The Sims 3 Ambitions one. Similarly to The Sims 3 Generations, The Sims 4 Growing Together gave a deeper look into family life and family legacy, but we didn't get daycares, strollers, bachelor parties, or after-school activities like ballet or school newspaper. You can attend the high school prom with teenagers in The Sims 4, but you'll need another expansion pack called High School Years to access that feature. And no, teenagers won't be picked up in a limo to go party with their friends. And honestly, reflecting on these aspects and features by making these direct comparisons is making me think about the actual concept of hobbies. Because yes, the latest Sims 4 expansion pack called Businesses and Hobbies was recently released, and the players had some very different reactions to it, especially for the lack of actual new hobbies in the pack. Some players claim they're fine with it because ultimately the point of the pack is you can make a business out of any activity that exists in the game, basically utilizing gameplay features like charging Sims for coming to your business to sleep. And I mean, is sleeping a hobby? Sure, been there, done that, but it's such a silly perspective, you know? If anything, this deep dive on the past of hobbies in the franchise just shows that adding hobbies, skills, and activities to the game used to be just a way to channel new content into the game. In The Sims 2 Free Time, sewing is considered a hobby, but the point of having the sewing machine is not to sit and debate on whether sewing is a hobby or a business-related activity or a skill or an aspirational thing. It was just cool to have this extra new thing to do because, you know, some people might enjoy to have their Sims doing that new thing. And that was the goal, that was the point. Plus, you know, it came with a new hobby system to back up the gameplay feature with a new panel and mechanic and gameplay goals. But in The Sims 4, with every minimum feature sliced into so many different packs and concepts, the scope of why you're supposed to add these new cool things to the game has been completely lost. Take cooking-related things, for example. Cooking is a base game thing, but if you want a restaurant, you need the game pack The Sims 4 Dine Out. But if you want a cupcake store, you need Get to Work. But if you want to make wedding cakes, you need My Wedding Stories. But if you want a waffle maker and a pizza oven, you need Chef Hustle. But if you want to create family recipes, you need Businesses and Hobbies. But if you want to join a pie competition, you need Cottage Living. But if you want nectar making, you need Horse Ranch. And girl, I could go on forever. It's insane. And yet, even after all these packs, even after all these years since the Sims 4 base game came out without swimming pools and toddlers, Sims cannot host a bake sale, play soccer, make toys, have a proper daycare, do ballet, or play the drums. Like seriously, you can own all the packs and all the kits from The Sims 4, but you won't be able to play the drums. We are at a point in which we're not even demanding some revolutionary new things, but at least the old things we were used to seeing in the previous 10 years of the franchise. And I mean, at this point, the collective mindset really is expect nothing and you won't be disappointed. And it's kind of sad. But let's not end this video on this sour note. I want to know which hobby-related activity is your favorite from any of the titles. Let's not exclude The Sims 4. Our girl is the one who's been out the longest. I know she's trying. Personally, I love having my little toy store from The Sims 2 open for business. It just feels so cozy. And you can tell by the fact that I have a full video about toy making in the Sims franchise. Feel free to check it out, by the way. I really appreciate you stopping by today. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this little deep dive. And please do subscribe to the Drama House for more content about the past, present, and future of life simulation video games. My name is Lady Drama, and I hope I'll see you very soon.